Hello everybody, this is a simple tutorial to just help you get familiar with JMerise. I have sent you a zip file of this, and so all you need to do is actually to unzip the folder. Inside the folder you see just 4 files, and all you need to do is to click the executable Java file. Before you do this, you'd have to install Java. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Java file, and so I have it. This is basically what you get when you click the file. Remember, what we're trying to do is to design an ER for our case, and we've already described this in the practice questions earlier, the shopping center case, where we said okay, the question is here anyway, but we're supposed to prepare ER to uh, representing necessary elements for billing a client. So that's all we're concerned about. So all we have to do is to identify the necessary entities and then try to represent them here. So I start with the first one, and that is client. Remember, we're putting into consideration basic concepts of relational model. So like we discussed earlier, all the rules that apply still hold here. So let's call it ID. This is where you enter the name of the entity, and this is the place where you enter the name of the attributes. Each of the attributes, when you enter it, you select what type of attribute is. For example, the CID is supposed to be primary key, so it's safe to put it to increment, and then we can select it to be primary key. And I said it cannot be null, so you uncheck this, and then you go ahead and create. So I'll do exactly the same for the rest of the attributes. So once you're done putting those attributes, all you do is click OK, and you see your entity this way. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for a few other entities like we've represented. First, I'm just going to create the entities that we have. We have articles. So let's just create them by the names, and then we don't worry about the attributes. So we have articles, we have shop, we have town, because we said that a shop is located in a town. We also have local government. Then finally we have state. So as much as possible, we try to confirm that these things are the necessary entities that are required. So the next thing I'm going to do is to try to put the attributes of this case. I'm going to use a test case for the attributes, and then I'll do the rest, so to prevent this to be unnecessarily long. First, we select the article, and then we fill in the attributes information. We would have article ID, so we can assume that to be AID. It's auto increment like we've said before, and is the primary key. You uncheck the null. And then the next thing is same for the article. Remember, all this has been in this diagram that we have this diagram earlier. If you watch closely, this is diagram for the ER basically. So we're going to try to represent this. So in this case, we have article and client, and so we're in the article now. We've talked about the article name, so a name, can be variable character, unit price, unit price. For the price, we said it should be float for an agreed reason. So there you have it. So your attributes will actually look like this. I'm just going to do the rest using a quick method, and then I'll show you with the very last option. So as you can see, I have entered the attributes of the other entities. So I'll go ahead and put that of town. We'll have town ID, which is of course a primary key. So just the same thing, and we have our town name. This can be a variable character, and we add that. Okay, so right now we can put this in a way it would make sense. Like we said, the client will normally go buy some articles, and articles are found in a shop, and a shop is located in a town. And we also said a town belongs to a local government that is located in some state. So the next thing we're going to do is to find how we relate this, put the relations between this. First is to also create our relations. Generally, it's advisable that you give your relation a meaningful name. For example, a client buys article, or both. A client bought article. Some relations have, of course, attributes. So we can go ahead and talk about this. We have quantity, for example. A quantity will normally be integer type. We can have something like date. Birth date, and this will be of type date. You already know why that should be so. So we'll have this to be the relationship between these two. So I'm going to use the same thing. You just click on this over here and you drop it here. You get a relation, and then you change it to fit your need. For example, the articles are located in a shop. So this, for example, won't need any attributes. That's how we'll continue to do the rest. So I'm going to. So right now, after representing all the relations, the next thing is actually to join them together. And a way of doing that is just to click this place, and you bring your cursor, click an entity, and click a relation. You see the line drawn. You do the same thing for all the other connected relations, just as indicated, like I'm doing now. This is very simple. Okay, we said a client lives in a town. So having done this, the next thing is to worry about the cardinalities. So I'm going to show you one as an example, and from what we discussed earlier, I'll just put the rest to fit the situations. You have to click this mode selection, and then you double click a point of the cardinality here. For example, we have discussed that a client can buy a minimum of one article, maximum of many articles. So you select that, and here an article is bought by minimum of one client, maximum of one client. So that's it. Okay, right now, since we've set all the cardinalities, here is little advice. Try to make sure that all the rules specified for relational models are satisfied, else you would have to apply the rule accordingly. For example, in this case, we have a situation of NM maximum cardinality, and in this case, we're told to create a new entity. So what we're going to do is to create a new entity from this. So in order to do this, we can simply just select this and delete this and make it an entity. So we have act of purchase as an entity, and it has a receipt ID. Receipt ID is auto increment in the primary key, not null. And we have a purchase date. It's a type date. We have a quantity. Quantity is usually a number, an integer. Basically, that's what we need for this case. And to form our relations, we'll just say concern. Okay, right here we know that okay, so we'll know that right now we need to set the cardinalities for this new relation, and for a client and article, out of purchase, then out of purchase to article. So what we basically need to do is to specify the cardinalities here. A client concerns minimum of one act of purchase, maximum of many act of purchases. Okay, because a client can do more than one purchase, and a purchase is concerned by one and only one client. And here also we have an act of purchase concerns minimum of one article, maximum of many articles, and an article is concerned by one and only one act of purchase. So you agree with me that right now we have done a reasonable ER. So we can do verification like we've seen before, and then we can click this just to see our RM, and this is the equivalent RM for this case. It looks basically like this. So like I said earlier, you can also check to see the SQL, which is here as it is. Very simple. So right now all you do is save your work. You can give it a name, test, and save. Save it to the work folder. Thank you.